Aries. How are you all doing? I hope you're well. Whoa, it's kind of up close and personal, huh? This reading is for Aries for August, or whenever it shall find you. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any cross-watchers who would like to try to get into the head of their Aries now. As always, guys, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it. You will know if I'm talking to you, if it is part of your story, okay? Coming at you live from work. You know how I roll. And, yeah, so you may or may not have noticed this month that you guys were not first. I always do Aries first. And because I asked the cards who wanted to come out first, and it happened to be Capricorn, so we went Earth, Air, and Fire. And you guys were very persistent after your Leo sister sign of Fire. It was, after all, their season. And the funny thing is, I just jumped right in. The funny thing is, when I've been prepping for this reading for you guys for like a day or two, and I used my Wild Unknown deck and this deck, the Rider-Waite deck, okay? And both decks, the Two of Wands and the Eight of Swords jumped out together, like, several times. Okay? It was beyond a coincidence. So there's definitely a heavy message out there for someone who needs to stay focused in a time where you feel powerless, Aries, okay? You're feeling like you're trapped mentally, and I'm just diving right in today for y'all. We'll get into that, because there's also the Star card here already, and that was another card that kept jumping out. The Four of Swords, you just got the 3. Some of you need to kick back and relax a little bit. I'm feeling like very much so. There's something has been plaguing you, Aries, I feel like, some of you, unfortunately, and maybe it's something from the not-so-distant past. You need to know, Aries, that you did the best that you could, given the circumstances, okay? Very much so. I'm feeling a lot of need for healing, and a lot of solo dolo time, okay, Aries? Sorry, work at a lumber mill. Weird, right? I'm a tree hugger, works in a lumber mill. Anyway, so Aries, you could be dealing with a fellow, an Aquarius, as the Fool was one of your other prominent cards, the Four of Swords, and the Judgment card is here as well. So that is Saturn, I believe, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or who else is ruled by Saturn? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Six of Swords, nice. I sense that you guys will get the alone time and the time to process that you need, Aries, okay? Because some of this energy that's on the so-called table here is past or passing, okay? And some of it is current, for sure, which is dropped out. Knight of Pentacles. This is about being steady in the day-to-day mundane details of life, okay? And peeking out is the Page of Pentacles. You guys could be very new in a situation. Oh, the Hierophant jumps out. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because the Knight is here as well, but you guys could be a cusper if you subscribe to that ideal of Aries, Taurus cusp. But I feel like some of you guys, you could be feeling something is very new, and that's why you're feeling mentally trapped and powerless, and you're adjusting. And you need time to pump the brakes. You need time to relax, Aries, okay? It's important for you this month, okay? Don't rush into anything. Knight of Swords and Temperance card, your other fire sister sign, is Sagittarius. That's a need for balance. Temperance is a need for balance. Temperance is a need for patience. And it could be someone around you, Aries. It could not even be you. You know what I mean? It could be dealing with someone who's very volatile right now. You could be feeling that way. But I feel like it is someone in your environment that is making you feel very uneasy, okay? So, let's get the last card out here and if I can get it on, right? Alright, and we have the Three of Swords here, so that's heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal. There's the Knight of Swords again. That's someone stressing you out. Someone rushing in and stressing you out. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I feel like that's just someone in general who's coming in quickly. You need to remember from your fellow fire sign, Leo. And Temperance jumped out as well. These cards are both very much about patience and dealing with the beast within. Dealing with a situation that is less than desirable and dealing with it with patience and grace and compassion. And Aries, you need to give yourself as much compassion as you hand to other people, okay? Check out the bottom of the deck and let's get it on, right? Let's just jump right into it because that's how we're doing it today. The bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands, excuse me. This is your energy, your element. Seven of Wands. This is about standing your fucking ground. Let me repeat, Aries. This is about standing your fucking ground. Okay? This is about walking a fine line between being defensive and defending yourself. Alright? This is about standing in your power. This is also the card of the Advocate. You could be speaking up for someone, Aries, who feels like they have no voice. Okay? It could be you. But you could be speaking for someone who feels like they have no voice. And you could be advocating for this person that feels like they can't exactly articulate what they need to right now. Okay. I've been waiting to get you guys this reading out because I've been feeling a little bit of heavy energy for you guys, and I see why. Okay. So, what are we going to take a look at first? First, we're going to look at what could be possibly an incident or something that transpired. So we have here this lovely combination, the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Three of Swords can be in a love relationship, or it can be in a friendship or a family dynamic. This is about heartbreak, it's about sorrow, it's about feeling fucking betrayed. Stabbed in the heart, stabbed in the back, I just heard. This is, in the Five of Pentacles, is about a feeling of feeling abandoned. It's about a feeling of feeling left out in the cold by someone. It's also a energy of feeling financially stressed, Aries. But I don't think that's what it is specifically for you. I feel like you feel like someone turned their back on you. Alright? And it's going to be a little bit of a journey to get back to where you want to be. Okay? But that's alright. Because I see that you're making that progress. Now let's address the very, very obvious message for someone, even one person. You need to maintain focus and determination in this current mindset of feeling powerless, trapped, fucking... Because you need to know, Aries, that if you just wiggle loose a little bit and you take off your blindfold, you'll see that you're not tied tightly. You can wriggle free, and that there's an opening in the swords, and you can walk the fuck out of that situation, mentally, physically, emotionally, alright? Keep your eye on the prize, I just heard. Alright? This card always does make me sad, I'm not gonna lie. I don't lie to you guys. Because he has the whole world in the palm of his hand, and he is still super lonely looking, you know? This card is about partnership. You guys could be feeling trapped in a loveless marriage, I just heard too. Weird. Or a loveless relationship. But that is a perception, Aries. It's not necessarily a reality, okay? So, I guess what your fire sign counterparts are trying to tell you is to look at your situation with patience and compassion for yourself and for whomever. If it's a family dynamic, if it's a friend dynamic, if it's a love relationship, if you're in love with your friend, get through it, I just heard, but not in a way like buck up, you know, not like a fucking insensitive asshole. Get through it. It's keep your head down and work through it. He reminds us to, again, keep a level head in the day-to-day mundane bullshit of life. You know, cross the T's, dot the I's. He's the slowest moving nights bring action. Again, you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, an Aries, a Leo. Basically, or an Aquarius. That's who we have here. Alright. I do feel that there's something that you guys are very heavily carrying with you still. This situation where this person stabbed you in the back, maybe you guys weren't able to be the advocate for yourself. Maybe that's the Seven of Wands coming into play on the bottom of the deck. But you need to know with the Judgment card here, Aries, it's not about how others judge us. It's about how we judge ourselves in a given situation. And you need to know you did the best that you could given the resources, given the situation that transpired. You did the very best that you could, okay? Please try to let this go, okay? Easier said than done. I fucking hear you, But if you are able to, if you are able to let go of this burden, like that some of you may be going through currently, if you are able to let go of this, oh my gosh, heaviness, okay? There's beauty on the other side of the fence, okay? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, first off, maybe some of you, I was talking to someone recently about this, maybe you need to reestablish a connection with your higher power. Whatever religion you feel like you subscribe to, whatever spiritual beliefs, or none at all. That's totally fucking cool. It's totally up to you. But some of you, I think it would be worthwhile to deepen your spiritual practice, personally. This also could be indicative of a marriage, of heartbreak in a marriage, of financial constraint in a marriage, financial burden in a marriage, feeling left out in the cold by your partner. The reminder that everything will be okay. You just have to, don't move through it to the point of complacency. Move through it because you want to. Move through it because you want to work things out and you want to deal with your situation with compassion for yourself, Aries, okay? Because these are basically the equivalent of the same card in the major and the minor.